Welcome to the Daily Sun News Show. Here are some of the news making headlines in your hometown. It's strawberry season here in Florida, plus a new paddling team works on team building. Florida is well known for its oranges, but the Sunshine State is also the country's second largest producer of strawberries, according to the Florida Strawberry Growers. A local U-Pick location is Back Road Berries in Oxford.
Well, we have 3 acres of strawberries, but it really varies from year to year depending on the weather. The warmer winters is why strawberries do so well in Florida. We're hoping to go through the month of March with the strawberries. It all depends on the weather. And as the strawberries are ending, the blueberries start, and then when the blackberries will start mid to late May. People really enjoy coming out and picking their own fruit. They get fresher fruit, riper fruit, and it brings back a lot of memories when they were a child, and they just enjoy being in the outdoors. The days fluctuate. We base it on the amount of ripe berries that are available to pick. We're hoping to get set hours as we get into the season. It's been a rough start because of the freeze over Christmas, and then 2 or 3 weeks later we have another cold spat. So, but hopefully we'll have set hours and be open 2 or 3 days, or at least 3 days a week. We have a lot of repeat customers and we really appreciate them.
To find out when you can pick your own berries at this location, visit backroadberries.com. Speaking of strawberries, it's the 2023 Strawberry Festival. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, you can take part in the event at Brownwood Paddock Square. You can visit local vendors, pick out a flat of delicious strawberries from area farmers, and try several strawberry-flavored drinks and snacks. A Fire will be the main entertainment on the Dog Trot Porch Saturday, and Greg Warren Band will take the stage Sunday. As with every festival here in the Villages, there will be several resident performance groups doing fun routines, and the Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show will be making its return. They will be doing log rolling, underhand chopping, axe throwing, and a lot more too. They will be performing at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at Brownwood Paddock Square. After this short break, a new team forms in the Villages, so stay with us.
I'm going to need a pound of bologna, a half pound of Swiss, and a hearing aid special.
One moment.
This is programmable, right?
What am I, a doctor?
Why buy a hearing aid where you buy your groceries?
Our doctors of audiology and licensed hearing aid specialists do one thing and one thing only, hearing aids.
You don't have to go to a big box store to get an inexpensive hearing aid.
We fit only the world's best hearing aids at the lowest prices anywhere, we guarantee it.
Call today and try any hearing aid absolutely free. Visit EliteHearingCenters.com.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible, so call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
The Grand Masters Dragon Boat Club has added a new competitive racing team to its fleet, the Eastport Sun Dragons. Its members proudly sport the team's colors of gold and orange.
We started forming our group last year in the fall. Most of us came off of other teams. We mostly live in the South, and we know about the new Dragon Boat Lake being built down in Eastport. And we wanted to start a team to be based out of the new lake down there when it opens. At the time we started the group, we didn't realize we would be the first ones, but that is quite a feather in our cap to be approved as the first Dragon Boat group down there. We are very excited at the new facilities they're building there as well. the boathouse, the race course. They have a lot of good things going in down there. We are a competitive, aggressive dragon boat racing team. So we have not had a race yet, being that we just started our on-water training last month in January. But our goal is to be competitive, and that's what all of us have in common. And we are currently in the team building mode. So we are working on getting new paddlers with us, getting them trained as a unit on our boat. And we're hoping to paddle in races starting this fall. On a full race boat, we have 22 people. Those are 20 paddlers, 1 steerer, and 1 drummer. So there were 4 of us. We all had very different skill sets that came together to create the team really well. Dragon boating is moving as one very cohesive unit, and it takes a while to get us to that point to be able to paddle as one. It's 20 people paddling as one, and that takes time, it takes effort, it takes training. And that's what we're really looking forward to getting to that point. We are currently recruiting, like most dragon boat teams. We're looking for very specific people. You need to be here year round. You need to have a very competitive spirit. You need to be able to practice 3 days a week, because that's what we do right now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You don't get better unless you're here, because we have to practice together to get better together.
If you are interested in joining the Eastport Sun Dragons, you can send an email to esdthevillages@gmail.com. This community is filled with golfers who continue to beat incredible odds. Last year, the Villages golf courses saw an average of 54 holes in one every week. That is almost 8 per day, according to numbers from the Villages Golf and Tennis. There were 7 double eagles recorded last year on the Villages golf courses, and already this year there have been 3 in 3 weeks. On January 26, Village of Country Club Hills resident David Bailey carded a double eagle from 190 yards out on the final hole of Bonifay Country Club's Pensacola 9. He perfectly played his 4-iron off a mound and rolled down onto the green, and as he says, the ball was running at a pretty good speed and right into the hole. On January 29th, Village of Gilcrest resident Barb Johnson earned herself a double eagle, also known as an albatross, as she holed out her second shot on the par 5 6th hole on Bonifay Country Club's Fort Walton 9. She used a 7-wood from 164 yards away. She says there are only a handful of opportunities from the women's tees to reach into, and she did it. Then on February 15th, Village of Virginia Trace resident Don Abel joined the club as he used a 3-wood from 210 yards away on the final hole at the Hacienda Hills Country Club's Lakes 9. He says it was a swing that when the ball left the club face, he went, "Oh wow," and then he was sort of in disbelief. For more about these 3 double eagles, take a look at the Only in the Villages feature starting on the front page of Friday's Daily Sun. Up next, a villager shares details about his 2 sports cars. We'll be right back.
Rocking, dancing,
Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
relaxing, or romancing. Thank you for listening to Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
Tom Black was raised around antique vehicles his father restored, so he admits he's always been a motorhead. And he's been a loyal Ford fan for more than 50 years and counting.
The Ferrari is a 2020 F8 Tributo. It'll be the last Ferrari they made that's naturally aspirated. In other words, it's truly a gasoline-fueled car. The new ones will all be hybrids. So that was the interest for me, that this is the last of the old cars. I was hooked because I had the other car already, and then about that time the movie Ford versus Ferrari came out. I thought, you know, that'd be great to have both those cars if I could swing this, and well, we did swing it. The Ferrari has 1,800 miles on it, it's 3 years old, whereas the Ford GT has 4,000, but it's 23 years old, so, pardon me, 18 years old. Well, the Ford GT was a redo of the Ford GT that beat Ferrari at Le Mans back in the 60s. Lee Iacocca wanted a car that would beat Ferrari and all the other European models, and so he commissioned a guy by the name of Carroll Shelby to come and help him come up with an idea of a car. Well, they did in the 60s, and lo and behold, they swept Le Mans that year, and the rest is history. The engine is a 5.4 liter in the Ford GT. It's a derivative of a 351 engine that everybody's familiar with, but it's supercharged and turbocharged as well. So it's way overdone as far as a engine you would put in a normal vehicle, but nonetheless, it's a lot of fun. It's very fast. The top speed's 205 miles an hour. Yeah, the Ferrari it's 165 more horsepower than the GT, and it weighs less. So, you know, if you have the two things together in your head and think, wow, that thing's a rocket. Well, it really is. You have to really watch. Now, it's a Tiptronic transmission, which is basically an automatic, but you shift it with your fingers on two paddles up on the steering wheel, like a Formula One race car. Whichever one at the time when I pass has the most value, the money goes back to a local food pantry in Ohio to feed kids who don't come to school with any food in their stomach. The daughter, she understands, because that's who will end up with one of the two cars, because she's a motorhead like her dad. And so I said, you're gonna get the one that's the least valuable. And she just laughs. She goes, Daddy, I said, I know.
Tom admits he enjoys driving his Ferrari more because it makes him feel like a big kid in a race. Take a look at the Love My Ride section in Saturday's Daily Sun for even more on this Ford versus Ferrari story. A car show is coming up next week. A Friday night car show at Lake Sumter Landing will feature the Village's Mini Cooper Club. Members of the club will drive their mighty little rides into the square starting at 5 p.m. March 3rd, and they will be there to talk to anyone who wants to learn more about these British models and maybe even join the club. The show will go until 8 p.m. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown after a short commercial break, so stay with us.
Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.
(911) Do you need police, fire, ambulance?
Our operators are required to react to every 911 call as if someone's life is depending on it. They'll send a deputy to the address where the call was generated. This takes the deputy's time away from what could be an actual emergency. Hi, I'm Sheriff Bill Farmer. If you accidentally dial 911, don't hang up, stay on the line. Answer a few questions and let the operator move on to the next call. Please, don't hang up.
An informative expo is happening on Saturday. More than 25 exhibitors will be part of the 27th Visual Awareness Expo at Eisenhower Recreation. The Village's Visually Impaired Person Support Group chairperson Donna Evans says there will be information about brand new products such as wearable magnifiers and cameras out there for those who are visually impaired and blind. The Vision Awareness Expo is going to be scheduled from 9:45 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, again at Eisenhower Recreation. Here's another informative event you might want to attend this weekend. The African American Club here in the Villages is hosting a Black History celebration from 2 to 7 p.m. Sunday at Wildwood Community Center. Speakers will be there to present alongside an exhibit dedicated to the Florida Highwaymen, a group of African American artists who went door to door selling inexpensive paintings of Florida landscapes. And inside Wildwood City Hall right now, there is a Black History Month display. It figures prominent black figures throughout history, including President Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, and Rosa Parks, to name a few. You can see this display between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday and Tuesday inside City Hall, which is located at 100 North Main Street in Wildwood. It's time now for a brief commercial break and a look at that 5-day weekend forecast. We'll be right back.
Our community has over 25,000 senior citizens, and unfortunately, thousands have been victims of fraud.
There are things you can do to protect yourself from being victimized. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Fraud is the one crime you can truly avoid if you know what to look for. To learn more, go to your sheriff's website. Your sheriff's coming together to protect our seniors and our communities.
You want to enjoy your home, we know. To live well is to eat well. Doc's Restorations knows you want a beautiful kitchen to enjoy your favorite meals with your family. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we can make it happen. Bathroom? We work with trusted brands and American-made materials for a squeaky clean result. Family owned and operated for over 14 years, experienced craftsmen and design consultants. We stand on it. We'll make you look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors. And much more. So relax. Doc's Restorations will take care of it all for you. One company, one source, one solution.
Live musical entertainment is available here every day of the year. These are the bands ready to perform for you Saturday night. That's all the news we have for you now. Make sure to pick up a copy of Saturday's Daily Sun for even more about strawberry season. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
After my husband passed away, I didn't date for years. I recently met Bill online, and we've really hit it off. I'm supposed to meet him for the first time next week. He just needs $500 for a plane ticket.
Online dating scams like this one can be hard to recognize at first. But when someone you've never met asks you for money, it should be a red flag.
It turns out Bill isn't actually Bill at all. He's a scam artist who preys on people like me. Don't make the same mistake I did.
This Sunday, in a special home improvement section of the Village's Daily Sun, discover the latest and greatest information on home improvement and meet the local businesses that can help you accomplish your goals. From pools to roofs and floors to doors, discover it all in this Sunday's Village's Daily Sun. Pick up your copy at a location near you. To subscribe, call 352-751-7964.